What if I told you that nearly everything society teaches about love is keeping you trapped in shallow, unfulfilling relationships? What if the romantic comedies, the dating advice, and even the self-help books are steering you away from the kind of love that actually transforms your life? Today, we're diving deep into Carl Jung's revolutionary understanding of love. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll never look at relationships the same way again. Modern culture has sold us a fantasy about love. We're told it's about finding the one who completes us, about romantic gestures and perfect compatibility. But Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung discovered something far more profound. Real love isn't about comfort. It's about becoming who you're truly meant to be. Jung spent decades studying the human psyche, and what he found about love will challenge everything you think you know. So let's explore the 10 signs of authentic, transformative love according to one of psychology's greatest minds. Sign 1. Love doesn't possess, it liberates. The first sign of genuine love is that it doesn't try to own you. Most people confuse attachment with love. They say, "I love you," but what they really mean is, "I need you." This creates relationships built on fear rather than freedom. Jung understood that possessive love isn't love at all. It's the ego's desperate attempt to control what it cannot possess. Real love celebrates your independence, encourages your growth, and trusts you enough to let you be yourself. Think about it. When someone truly loves you, they don't get threatened by your friendships, your dreams, or your need for solitude. They understand that your wholeness strengthens the relationship, not weakens it. Sign 2. You're loved for your whole self, including your flaws. Here's where most relationships fail. They're built on idealized versions of people, not reality. Jung called this shadow work, the process of accepting not just someone's good qualities, but their difficult ones too. Every person has aspects they'd rather hide. Their insecurities, their bad habits, their emotional wounds. Surface-level love runs away when these shadows appear. But authentic love stays present and says, "I see all of you, and I choose you anyway." Think about the last time you felt truly seen by someone. Not just the polished version of yourself that you present to the world, but the messy, complicated, sometimes difficult person you actually are. That moment of recognition, that's what Jung meant by shadow acceptance. The shadow isn't evil, it's just hidden. It's the parts of your personality that you learned to suppress because they weren't socially acceptable. Maybe you're someone who appears confident but struggles with deep insecurity. Or perhaps you're known for being calm, but have a fiery temper you keep locked away. When someone loves your shadow, they're not enabling bad behavior. They're seeing the full spectrum of your humanity and choosing to stay. They understand that your irritability might come from being overwhelmed, that your withdrawal might be self-protection, that your stubbornness might actually be strength that hasn't found its proper expression. This doesn't mean tolerating abuse or harmful behavior. It means loving someone as a complex human being, not as a perfect fantasy. It means understanding that growth happens when we feel safe enough to be imperfect. Sign 3. Your love inspires growth, not stagnation. Real love doesn't let you stay comfortable in your limitations. It gently challenges you to become more than you were yesterday. Your partner becomes a mirror, reflecting not just who you are, but who you could become. This kind of love doesn't demand that you change. It creates space for your natural evolution. It supports your dreams, even when they're scary. It encourages you to face your fears and step into your potential. If your relationship makes you feel smaller, more dependent, or more afraid of growth, it's not serving your highest good. Sign 4. You've moved beyond fantasy to reality. Jung identified something he called projection, where we fall in love with our idealized image of someone rather than who they actually are. This is why so many relationships start with intense passion, but crash when reality sets in. Authentic love survives this transition. It begins with attraction, yes, but it deepens when you see past the projection to the real person. You stop needing them to be perfect and start appreciating them for being human. This is when love becomes sustainable, when it's based on truth rather than fantasy. Sign 5. You feel complete within yourself. Here's a controversial truth. You cannot love someone else fully until you love yourself completely. Jung believed that seeking completion in another person creates codependent relationships that ultimately suffocate both people. Healthy love happens between two whole individuals who choose to share their journey together. You don't need them to fix you, save you, or make you feel worthy. You're already complete, and so are they. If this is resonating with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced the difference between needy love and authentic love? And if you're finding value in this deep dive into Jung's wisdom, please hit that subscribe button. We explore psychology and personal growth every week on this channel. Sign 6. Your connection has a spiritual quality. Jung understood that the deepest love transcends the merely personal. There's something mystical about meeting someone who truly sees your soul. You might experience synchronicities, shared dreams, or a sense that your meeting was somehow destined. This spiritual dimension doesn't make love less grounded. It makes it more meaningful. You're not just sharing a life, you're participating in something greater than yourselves. This kind of connection often feels like coming home to yourself through another person. Sign 7. Your relationship becomes a mirror for self-discovery. Perhaps the most profound aspect of Jungian love is how it reveals you to yourself. Your partner becomes a living mirror, showing you your patterns, your wounds, and your potential for growth. This is why intimate relationships can be so challenging. They bring up everything you haven't dealt with yet. But instead of running from this discomfort, conscious couples use it as fuel for transformation. Jung believed that we're unconsciously drawn to people who will activate our unhealed parts. This isn't cruel cosmic joke, it's actually a gift. The person who triggers your abandonment fears is offering you a chance to heal that wound. The partner who challenges your need for control is inviting you to find peace with uncertainty. I've seen this play out countless times. The person who's always been the responsible one falls in love with someone spontaneous, and suddenly they're confronted with their own rigidity. The eternal people pleaser finds themselves with someone who has strong boundaries, forcing them to examine their own relationship with conflict. These aren't accidents. Jung called them meaningful coincidences, synchronicities that point toward what your soul needs to learn. The key is recognizing when you're being triggered versus when you're being taught. Every conflict becomes an opportunity to understand yourself better. Every trigger becomes a teacher. Every moment of friction becomes a chance to grow. When you can say, "This isn't about them, this is about something unfinished in me," you've turned your relationship into a laboratory for consciousness. Sign 8. You practice conscious communication. In authentic love, you don't just talk, you communicate consciously. This means speaking from awareness rather than reactivity. It means listening not just to respond, but to understand. Jung emphasized that most relationship problems stem from unconscious projections and unmet needs. Conscious communication helps you identify these patterns and address them directly. You learn to say, "I'm feeling insecure," instead of, "You don't care about me." You ask, "What's really going on here?" instead of making assumptions. Sign 9. You support each other's individual journey. True love doesn't merge two people into one. It honors two separate journeys that happen to intersect. You maintain your own interests, friendships, and goals while also building something together. This creates a dynamic relationship where both people continue growing and evolving. You don't lose yourself in the relationship, you find more of yourself through it. Jung called this individuation, the lifelong process of becoming who you're meant to be. The right relationship supports this process rather than hindering it. Sign 10. You choose each other daily. Finally, authentic love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice you make every day. It's the decision to show up, to stay present, to work through difficulties together. This doesn't mean forcing a relationship that isn't working. It means choosing to love consciously when you do find the right person. It means commitment not just to the relationship, but to your own growth within it. Jung's vision of love isn't always easy, but it's real. It's not about finding someone to complete you. It's about finding someone to grow with. It's not about escaping yourself. It's about becoming yourself more fully. This kind of love requires courage, consciousness, and commitment. But when you find it, or create it, It transforms not just your relationship, but your entire life. The question isn't whether you deserve this kind of love. The question is, are you willing to do the inner work necessary to give and receive it? If this video has opened your eyes to a new understanding of love, I'd be grateful if you'd share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're building a community of people committed to conscious living and authentic relationships. What aspect of Jung's approach to love resonates most with you? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, real love doesn't complete you, it reveals you. And that revelation is the beginning of everything.